Hello everyone, welcome to MathMug. Since many of the students asking about sequence and series in comment section, in this video I am going to explain some questions for the students who are going to write the coming JEE mains examination. And this covers all the concepts in entire sequence and series. See, here no theoretical concept in this sequence and series. So you have to look at some formulae about arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean. I think in the first video what the concepts have to be read in sequence and series already I given. So just look at that, just read the formula. Now look at the questions, and before going to attempt the questions, my suggestion is first look at that sum and read the sum, and first try it yourself, and after that look at my procedure. So once if you are able to do the question, then it's very good, it is appreciable. So if not getting that idea, just look at this and look at the procedure so that you can do the problems which are in the similar way. So be ready with all these questions. Definitely it will be benefit for your coming examination. Now look at the questions. See, let A and B are two positive real numbers, and arithmetic mean of A and B is twice the geometric mean of A and B. So these are the models you can expect in the mains examinations. Okay, according to this, A and B are two positive numbers. Arithmetic mean and geometric mean relations you can utilize for the positive real numbers. So that's why A and B are two positive real numbers. Now arithmetic mean of A and B is nothing but A plus B by 2 is twice the geometric mean of A and B, square root of AB. So what you are getting, this is A plus B by square root of AB is equals to 4. This implies root of A by B plus root of B by A is equals to 4. So I just split it two parts, A by root of AB. So you are getting root of A by B plus B by root of AB, root of B by A. So this is in the format of x plus 1 by x is equals to 4. Now this is the reciprocal of this one. By taking LCM, x square minus 4x plus 1 is equals to 0, and x is equals to 4 plus or minus square root of b square 16 minus 4ac, and you are getting 12 by 2. So this is root 12 to root 3. So you can write this as 2 plus or minus root 3. So finally you got x is equals to 2 plus or minus root 3 means root of a by b is equals to 2 plus or minus root 3. A by b is equals to 2 plus or minus root 3 whole square. Simply you can write like this also, 2 plus, if I am taking the case 2 plus root 3, 2 plus root 3 by 2 minus root 3 gives us 2 plus root 3 whole square. And one more case, 2 minus root 3 by 2 plus root 3. By rationalizing you are getting 2 minus root 3 whole square only. So you can expect the option this one or this one or this one. Okay, next to come to the next question. X is greater than 1, y is greater than 1, z is greater than 1, which are in GP. X, y, z are in GP. X, y, z are in GP means y square is equals to x into z. Now you know, if x, y, z are in GP, this implies log x base a, log y base a, log z base a are always are in AP. So let me take base 10, whatever the base, except 1. All the positive numbers are in AP. You know this point. And come to this, whenever this log x base 10, log y base 10, log z base 10 are in AP, you are adding 2016, 2017, 2018. Okay, so let me give you one property. For example, let me take like this: A, B, C are in AP, P, Q, R are in AP. That implies A plus P, B plus Q, C plus R are always in AP. So you can take the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 3, 4, 5 like that. Take any so that you can prove the result easily. Log x base 10, log y base 10, log z base 10 are in AP, and 2016, 2017, 2018 are in AP. Therefore, 2016 plus log x base 10, 2017 plus log y base 10, 2018 plus log z base 10, these are also in AP. So once these terms are in AP, you can expect their reciprocals are in HP. 1 by 2016 plus log x base 10, comma 1 by log y base 10 plus 2017, comma 1 by 2018 plus log z base 10 are in HP. Since these terms are in AP, reciprocals will be in HP. So your answer will be in HP. Come to the next question. Okay, in this question, ABC are in AP, BCD are in GP, CD are in HP, then ACE are in. Okay, so once again I'm stressing you, just look at the sum and read the sum carefully and try it yourself. After that, look at the solution. Look at my procedure also. Okay, come to this. ABC are in AP is given. So let me write directly the condition 2B is equals to A plus C. BCD are in GP means C square is equals to BD. And CDR in HP, so you can expect 2 by D is equals to 1 by C plus 1 by E. That implies D is equals to 2CE by C plus E. You can write like this also. Now we have to cross check with ACE. So ACE means the missing terms are nothing but B and D. We have to eliminate B and D. Okay, so to eliminate B and D, we can evaluate B value here, we can evaluate D value here. So let me substitute in this. So let me cross check what will give us the result. C square is equals to B means A plus C by 2 and D means 2CE by C plus E. So 2 to get cancelled. So let me cross multiply. C square into C plus E is equals to CE into A plus C. Okay, this is C will be get cancelled. C square plus CE is equals to CE plus AE. So C square is equals to AE. C square is equals to AE means you can guess ACE are in GP. Okay. So next come to next question. Sigma R is equals to 1 to 40 1 by R plus 1 into R plus 2. Okay. This is a very important one. So I want to revise the concept Vn minus Vn minus 1. So whenever denominator contains product of two or more factors, always we will prefer the method partial fractions. So first let me split into partial fractions. Sigma R is equals to 1 to 40. You can write this as 1 by R plus 1 minus 1 by R plus 2. Okay, R plus 2 by taking LCM, R plus 2 minus R minus 1 and the denominator R plus 1 into R plus 2. So you can split like this. This is one is the balanced one. And let me take common minus. Why? Because I will explain now. 1 by r plus 2 minus 1 by r plus 1. See, now Vr is equals to, if I am taking 1 by r plus 2, then Vr minus 1 is equals to, replace r with r minus 1, 1 by r minus 1 plus 2. Then what you are getting? 1 by r plus 1. So once if you are choosing this as Vr, this will be Vr minus 1. So whenever you are finding the expressions Vr minus 1 for sigma, I am giving you a simple technique. Substitute upper limit in this in place of r, Vr, and substitute lower limit of r in Vr minus 1. So look at this very carefully. So no need to expand, I mean no need to execute this sigma. Instead of that, I am just giving you a technique. Substitute the upper limit in place of r. These are nothing but for all these are r values. Let me substitute upper limit in Vr. So Vr is nothing but 1 by r plus 2. So you are getting 1 by 42 minus, and let me substitute lower limit in Vr minus 1 in place of r. So r is equals to 1 means you are getting 2. So which is equals to 1 by 2 minus 1 by 42. Open this bracket with minus sign. So LCM is 42, then you are getting 21 2s are 42 minus 1, you are getting 20 by 42. You can simplify furtherly. Come to the next question. Let a and b are two positive real numbers and a square plus b square is equals to 2. Then find the maximum value of a plus b whole square. So a square plus b square is given and we have to calculate the maximum or some minimum values of a plus b expression. Okay. Okay. So we have one more inequality. Let me use that. Weighted arithmetic means a square plus b square by 2 is always greater than or equals to a plus b by 2 whole square. So you are using this property, weighted arithmetic mean a1 power m plus a2 power m plus and so on an power m whole by n is greater than or equals to a1 plus a2 plus and so on an by n whole power m, for m is greater than 1. You can use this weighted arithmetic mean formula. I think you can get easily now. A square plus b square by 2. A square plus b square value is already given 2. So this will be 1 is greater than or equals to a plus b by 2 whole square. So this implies a plus b by 2 is less than or equals to 1. That implies a plus b is less than or equals to 2. That implies a plus b whole square is less than or equals to 4. Okay, just concentrate on this formula. Next, come to one more. In this question, a, b, c, d and p are 5 distinct real numbers such that a square plus b square plus c square into p square minus 2 into ab plus bc plus cd into p plus b square plus c square plus d square less than or equals to 0, then abc are in. Okay, so look at this very carefully. By opening of this bracket, what will happen? Let me cross check. So what you are getting here, a square p square minus 2abp. I am selecting this term and I am selecting this term plus b square. Okay, why? Because a square p square minus 2abp and b. abp is connected with abp, so that's why I separated these terms. Next, come to one more. B square p square minus 2bcp plus c square plus one more c square p square minus 2cdp plus d square This is always less than or equals to 0. I think you can write it easily now. This is AP minus B whole square plus BP minus C whole square plus CP minus D whole square is less than or equals to 0. This is a perfect square positive, perfect square positive, perfect square positive. Positive plus positive plus positive can't be negative. It is less than 0 is given. That is not possible. Is equals to 0 is case is possible, and is equals to 0 case is possible only when this quantity is equals to 0, this quantity is equals to 0, this quantity is equals to 0. So AP minus B is equals to 0 and BP minus C is equals to 0 and CP minus D is equals to 0. So here you can evaluate P is equals to B by A, C by B, D by C. So B square is equals to AC, C square is equals to BD, so that you can easily guess ABCD are in GB. Why? Because by taking these two cases, what you can establish, B square is equals to AC. By these two, you can establish C square is equals to BD. So that is possible when ABCD are in GB. Next, come to next question. XYZ are positive real numbers. XY plus YZ plus ZX is equals to 12. Then find the maximum value of XYZ whole power 3 by 2. Sum is given and we have to make a relation of product. So obviously you have to apply arithmetic mean is greater than or equals to geometric mean. So let me apply this. Arithmetic mean of the numbers XY, YZ, ZX. Let me apply for these numbers. XY plus YZ plus ZX whole by 3. Arithmetic mean of these three numbers. Greater than or equals to geometric mean of these three numbers XY into YZ into ZX whole power 1 by 3. So this value is given 12 by 3 4 is greater than or equals to this. You are getting x square y square z square whole power 1 by 3. So you are getting xyz whole power 2 by 3 is less than or equals to 4. So xyz is less than or equals to 4 power 3 by 2. That is xyz is less than or equals to 2 cube. I mean this you can write 2 square, 2 to get cancelled, 2 cube 8. And you have to calculate xyz whole power 3 by 2. So that will be less than or equals to 8 power 3 by 2. So this will be the maximum value of this xyz whole power 3 by 2. Previously we got xyz whole power 2 by 3, not 3 by 2. So just look at this very carefully. Now I derived xyz. After that calculated xyz whole power 3 by 2. This is the required one. Next one. The sums up to n terms into arithmetic progressions are in the ratio 5n plus 4 and 9n plus 6 and the ratio of their 18th term. I mean let me calculate nth terms. Okay, so it is given. So what is given? Sum of n terms of two arithmetic progressions, sum of n terms of first arithmetic progression and sum of n terms of next arithmetic progressions, their ratio is given 5n plus 4 by 9n plus 6. Okay, actually sum of n terms in arithmetic progression we can expect n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So SN should be always a quadratic. We could not expect as a linear. So n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d is nothing but you are expecting na plus n into n minus 1 into d by 2. So that na plus n square into d by 2 minus nd by 2. So what you are getting here? N square into d by 2 plus n into a minus d by 2. So you can expect sum of n terms like this only, but don't expect a linear. Sn is nothing but a linear, it is never be. And the nth term of a sequence you can expect linear, but sum of n terms is always quadratic. Okay, for this purpose, let me do like this. Sn by Sn dash is equals to 5n square plus 4n into k. I mean that is nothing but 1 by n. And here also let me use that only, multiply and divide with n. So you don't expect uh, this n and this n are same. So that's what I'm trying. This is nth term of this series and this is nth term of this series. So I multiply and divide with n. So you can write like this, 5n square plus 4n. And this is 9n square plus 6n into k. Okay. Now you can write Sn is equals to, when you compare with this one, instead of this you can write indirectly you can directly write this Sn by Sn dash is equals to, give the ratio is given, so directly you can write Sn is equals to 5n square plus 4n into k, and this k is nothing but a proportionality constant. Sn dash is equals to 9n square plus 4n into k. So better to write like this instead of writing like this. Okay, so directly write like this. The ratio, now the ratio will be same once again, 5n plus 4 by 9n plus 4. Now compare with this, then what you are getting, n square coefficient is 5, means d by 2 is equals to 5, and a minus d by 2 is equals to 4, n coefficient. So what you are getting, d is equals to 10 and a minus d by 2 is equals to 4 only. So this is a minus d by 2 is equals to 4. A minus d by 2 is nothing but you are getting, this is 10 by 2. You can write this as 5 is equals to 4. A is equals to 9. Now you can find the nth term for this sequence, and here also now come to this, d by 2 is equals to 9 and a minus d by 2 is equals to 6, d is equals to 18, a minus 9 is equal to 6, a is equals to 15. Now let me calculate the nth term for this. A is equals to 15. So what will be happen for this Tn? Tn is equals to 9 plus n minus 1 into d is nothing but 10. You have to calculate 18th term. Okay, so 9 plus this is 17 into 10, you are getting 170. So you are getting 179. And for this nth term, let me calculate. A plus 15 plus n minus 1 into d is nothing but 18, and this is nothing but 15, and this is nothing but 17 into 18. So what you can expect, this is equals to 321. Now this will be Tn by Tn dash is equals to 179 by 321. Next, come to the next question. X square minus a plus 3 into mod x plus 4 is equals to 0. Having real solutions, then the least prime possible value possible of a. Okay. See, you can write x square also in terms of mod x minus a plus 3 into mod x plus 4 is equals to 0. You can observe one small technique here. Mod x whole square plus 4 is equals to a plus 3 into mod x, and a plus 3 can be written as mod x whole square plus 4 by mod x, and you can write this as mod x plus 4 by mod x. And this arithmetic mean of these two numbers is always greater than or equals to geometric mean. This will be 2 into mod x into 4 by mod x. This is arithmetic mean means a plus b by 2. When you cross multiply, you are getting 2, and our geometric mean is square root of ab. So this one get cancelled, and so this a plus 3 is always greater than or equals to, you are getting 4, and a is greater than or equals to 1. Since a is greater than or equals to 1, we have to calculate the least prime number. So of course the least prime is nothing but 2. Come to the next one. Yeah, this one also very important question. A, B, C, D, P are 5 real numbers. Their arithmetic mean is 2, and the arithmetic mean of a square, b square, c square, d square, p square is 4. Then possible value of p. Okay, so here also let me apply a square, b square, c square, d square, and a, b, c, d. So let me apply weighted arithmetic mean only once again. So a square plus b square plus c square plus d square. Let me apply for these 4 numbers only. Why? Because you have to calculate the value of p. So that's why I just avoided this p. If you want to calculate d value, you have to avoid d in that way. By 4 is greater than or equals to a plus b plus c plus d by 4 whole square. So now, according to the given data, a, b, c, d, p are 5 real numbers. Their arithmetic mean is 2. So a plus b plus c plus d plus p by 5 is equals to 2. So you are getting 10. Therefore a plus b plus c plus d is equals to 10 minus p. You are able to evaluate this value. And similarly, arithmetic mean of these numbers a square plus b square plus c square plus d square plus p square by 5 is equals to 4. So that why you are getting 20. You can evaluate a square plus b square plus c square plus d square is equals to 20 minus p square. So let me substitute here. So this is 20 minus p square by 4 is greater than or equals to 10 minus p by 4 whole square. So this is 20 minus p square is greater than or equals to 10 minus p whole square by 4. So this is nothing but 80 minus 4p square is greater than or equals to 100 plus p square minus 20p. Now you can simplify this one. So this is 5p square minus 20p, and this is plus 20 is less than or equals to 0. So what will happen? So this implies p square minus 4p plus 4 less than or equals to 0. This implies p minus 2 whole square is nothing but less than or equals to 0. This implies p minus 2 whole square is less than 0 is not possible. Only possible is p minus 2 is equals to 0. So the possible value of p is equals to 2. Okay, next come to one more question. Okay, sigma r is equals to 1 to n r into r plus 1 into r plus 2. Okay, so we have to calculate sum of n terms now, but this nth term is given r into r plus 1 into r plus 2. This model is also very important. So whenever it is given like this, sigma r is equals to 1 to n r into r plus 1 into r plus 2. So whenever the expressions, consecutive expressions are given in the numerator, just to follow this technique, r into r plus 1 into r plus 2 into next term of this r plus 2, that is r plus 3, and before term of this r minus 1. You have to introduce these two terms. Definitely you have to introduce. So what will be the benefit of this? Now look at this. Sigma r is equals to 1 to n. If I've opened this bracket, r into r plus 1 into r plus 2 into r plus 3, and see, when you multiplied r plus 3 minus of r minus 1, actually you introduce this term, what you are getting? 4. So let me divide it with this 1 by 4. So now it is compensated. 4 is divided and multiplied, r get cancelled, you are getting 4. Now r plus 3 minus this, you can write this as r minus 1 into r plus 1 into r plus 2. Okay, you got like this. Now you can easily identify if this is VR, this is VR minus 1. Replacing R with R minus 1, this will become R minus 1, R plus 1, R plus 2. This is uptime. So whenever you are getting sigma notations for VR minus 1, you have to substitute upper limit in this VR and substitute lower limit in this VR minus 1. So let me see what happens. N into n plus 1 into n plus 2 into n plus 3. I substituted n in place of r in VR minus, let me substitute r is equals to 1 in VR minus 1. This becomes 0. So entirely 0 into something, you are getting 0. So this will be the final answer. 1 by 4 into n plus 1 into n plus 2 into n plus 3. Okay. Next, move to the next question. The value of 1 plus 1 by 3, 1 plus 1 by 3 square, 1 plus 1 by 3 power 4, 1 plus 3 power 8. Okay, 1 by 3 is common. Okay, now let me write the expression like this: 1 plus x and 1 plus x square, 1 plus x power 4 and 1 plus x power 8, and so on up to infinite, where x is equals to 1 by 3. Am I right? See, for this type of series, what we have to do? We have to multiply and divide with 1 minus x. Why? Because you can cumulatively express this expression. When you multiplied with 1 minus x into 1 plus x, you are getting 1 minus x square, and into 1 plus x square, 1 plus x is cumulated, 1 plus x power 4 and 1 plus x power 8, and so on up to infinite. This is equals to 1 by 1 minus x into, now once again it is cumulated, 1 minus x power 4 and 1 minus x power 4 into 1 plus x power 4, 1 minus x power 4 and 1 minus x power 8, so that you can accumulate like this. So finally you are getting 1 minus x power something that tends to infinite only. Okay, whole by 1 minus x. Now come to this point. And we have particularly one thing, as the limit n tends to infinite, r power n is always tends to 0, where r is nothing but less than 1. Here x value 1 by 3, which is nothing but less than 1. So this value is obviously tends to 0. So what we can write? 1 by 1 minus x. So I think you got your result. So this is 2 by 3. 1 by 2 by 3 is nothing but 3 by 2. Move to the next question. Okay, and here a and b are positive numbers are given. X is arithmetic mean of a and b, and y and z2 are two geometric means between a and b. We have to find yq plus zq. Okay, so given x is equals to a plus b by 2, and y and z are two geometric means between a and b. A, y, z, b are in GB. So you can expect y is equals to ar. Why? Because a is the first term, y is equals to second term means they are maintaining the common ratio. Let common ratio be r, and z is equals to ar square, and b is equals to ar cube. So that r cube is equals to b by a, r is equals to b by a whole power 1 by 3. So then what you are getting, y is equals to a into b by a whole power 1 by 3, so that you are getting a power 2 by 3 into b power 1 by 3. And z is equals to r square is nothing but a into b power 2 by 3 by a power 2 by 3. You are getting a power 1 by 3 into b power 2 by 3. So what we have to calculate, y cube plus z cube. Let's see what happens. Y cube plus z cube is nothing but you are getting a square b plus ab square, so that you can write ab into a plus b. Of course we know a plus b value, that is nothing but 2x, and let me calculate ab value. See, AB is nothing but we have to calculate the product of geometric means that will be related with AB. Okay, otherwise let me calculate the product of the geometric means YZ. You have to remember, refer the product of geometric means. This concept is very important. Sum of arithmetic means and product of geometric means, sum of harmonic means. You have to refer all these points. YZ is equals to what happens, a square into r cube, a square into b by a. What happened, AB. So AB value is nothing but YZ, and this value is nothing but you got to 2x. So final answer should be 2xyz. Move to the next question. The value of 2 power 1 by 4 into 4 power 1 by 8 into 8 power 1 by 16 and so on up to infinite. Okay, let's see what happens. Two power 1 by 4, 2 square whole power 1 by 8. Okay, and this is 2 cube whole power 1 by 16 and so on up to infinite. You can write this as 2 power 1 by 4 and 2 power 2 into 1 by 2 whole cube. Let me write this 1 by 4 also 1 by 2 whole square. This quotient is 1, and this is 2 power 3 into 1 by 2 whole power 4 and so on up to infinite. So this implies 2 power 1 into 1 by 2 whole square plus 2 into 1 by 2 whole cube plus 3 into 1 by 2 whole power 4 and so on up to infinite. See, this power is in AGP, arithmetico-geometric progression. 1, 2, 3. These are in AP. 1 by 2 whole square, 1 by 2 whole cube, 1 by 2 whole power 4. All these are in GP. So for this we have the procedure. Let S is equals to 1 into 1 by 2 whole square plus 2 into 1 by 2 whole cube plus 3 into 1 by 2 whole power 4 plus and so on up to infinite. Now we have to calculate sum of infinite series. So sum of infinite series of AGP is equals to AB by 1 minus R plus dBr by 1 minus R whole square. So A is nothing but first term of arithmetic progression, and B is nothing but first term of geometric progression. R is the common ratio of geometric progression. D is the common difference of arithmetic progression. So let me write the values. A is equals to 1, 1, 2, 3 and so on, first term. B is equals to first term of geometric progression 1 by 2 whole square. Next D means common difference, that is 1 of arithmetic progression, and R is nothing but 1 by 2. So let me substitute here. What happens? AB is nothing but 1 by 4 by 1 minus 1 by 4, 1 by 2 plus dBr 1 into B is nothing but 1 by 4 into R value is nothing but 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 whole square. 1 minus 1 by 2 whole square. So this 1 by 2 whole square, 1 by 4 and 1 by 4 get cancelled, and this is of course 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, you are getting 1. So this is the explanation of all these questions. I think all these are very important models, and I will make one more part in sequence and series. I will cover with some more models. Till then, I'm signing out. This is Panindra Chaudhary. Till then, we can meet again. Thank you.